Okay. So, we are going to do a bit different. Over there you will learn how to write. And here you will learn how to mark them. Okay? That was the important. Okay. So, the title of this is Where to Tap. Okay? And I brought this one. I'm not the person who comes from Shabbats and beating people around with this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. So there was a little story, a metaphoric story from England. And they're telling a story about people who are running a company, big company. And the turning of the century, and everything is working on steam. Okay? And they are working, let's say, all the engines work on the steams in this case. And suddenly the boiler broke down and nothing worked anymore. So the owner wants to repair the whole thing and let's go on with the work. And nobody can solve the problem. So they asked engineers, they asked some scholarly people from Cambridge coming and trying to save the problem. Nobody could. And there was a blue-collar old man who offered his help. And I say, I can help you. And I said, no, I'm not listening to this. Is an ordinary kind of a worker. I don't believe that you would solve the problem. I said, okay. A day later, the boss, the big owner, decided, okay, I invite him because we can't lose anything. Okay? And he will try. If he succeeds, okay. If not, we go on. And he comes, this old man, opens his tool bag and takes out a mallet, like this one. Okay? And he wants to tap the pipes around. And he taps here, taps there. And he suddenly said, here is the problem. And he opens again the toolbox and takes out an even bigger mallet and thumps into one valve, and it started hissing and the stream whooshing through it, and everything started working again. And this owner was beyond himself about this kind of solution of the problem. And he says, okay, you name the number. I will pay that, whatever you say. Okay? And the guy said, okay, and he went home. Following day, he sends a letter. And in the letter there is an invoice. And the invoice says £100. £100 in the turn of the century is a lot of money, really lot of money. And he says, what do you mean £100? You know, what were you doing? Like 15 minutes of tapping on the pipes, and you know you want to ask me for this incredible number of pounds. So tell the secretary, write him back and ask him to break down the whole price. Let's see, and you itemize how you did that. And he gets the following day, he gets a letter from the old guy, and it says, tapping at the pipes is £1. Knowing where to tap is £99. Okay? That's what we are going to do. To know where to hit. Okay? And the problem is that you're working at different schools. You're marking people of different levels. Your mark will not be your mark. Your mark will not be your mark. So that's kind of standardization is very important. Once upon a time, I was in a secondary school in Vrbas. It was before the dinosaurs, so don't worry about that. So it was a very long time ago. I went there, and I had a writing exercise there. And the topic was the first thing in the first year. They said, describe your holiday. It's always you start to think about holidays in the beginning, and we write about that. We return to the teacher. The teacher returns it to us, and I got a 2. It was satisfactory. I was an excellent student, so you can't give me just 2. And I don't know what does she want us to write? What does she want us to read? And she said, okay, Davorka, that's a person who was writing a very good one. So stand up, please, and read us your piece of writing. And she tells us that, oh, no, it's over there. Yeah, sorry. That she went to see his grandparents, and they lived in the countryside, and it was in a farm. There were a lot of animals. She loved it being there, and she was breezing were blowing through her hair while she was running through the meadows, and the meadow was smelling with brilliant flowers and brilliant colors and everything about it. There were millions of butterflies going around, and she got a 5. And I said, that's what she wants. The following writing exam, and she has Jesen stiže u moj grad. You remember that? Everybody does that in secondary schools. And we're writing about, and I wrote about lots of flowers, lots of fruit, lots of vegetables. Smells are everywhere. Grape and what have you. And I got a 4. So did I learn the rule? What is the rule? What should I write? What do you think?
You should use descriptive language while writing.
To write?
I mean, when you were writing the piece, I understood that she loves descriptive language.
What she loved. What she loved, that's important. Okay? She likes it, and you get a higher mark. If she doesn't like it, you get a low mark. Okay? So this is not the same teacher that works in the other school. Okay? Probably that person over there likes different kind of stories. If this was a man, probably he wants some kind of military things of going on. Okay? So we don't know how. Okay? And luckily, after some time, in, let's say, what was it, 1990 something, we had the Cambridge exams coming into our country. Okay? And now we learned how to write essays, how to teach them to write essays, but how do we mark them? When do we know that they are going to pass that test in that way? Okay? That's the question. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a task. Please read the middle one. Can you see that?
No, I can't.
No? Okay, then I will read it myself from here. So, you have recently had a discussion in your English class about teenage fashions. Now your teacher has asked you to write an essay and answering the following questions. Do you think that you have to spend a lot of money on fashion to look good? And write an essay. So do you think that you invite to spend a lot of money on fashion to look good? Okay? And now I'm going to give you a work. Okay, this is one task. It is B2 level, FCE. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 5. No, 5. Okay. And here you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So read it through. Okay? At the back of this page, write the mark that you would give it. A, B, C, D. So A, B, C is passing, D is not. A, B, C, D. Just write at the back and just turn round. We are not going to look at it at the moment. Okay? So, personally, what do you think about it? What do you think? It's a passing thing, or it's a good thing, or it's a bad thing?
It's a bad thing.
Bad thing?
Bad thing.
How bad is a bad?
He would pass, but it's a.
It would be a pass, but
it's a bad thing.
okay, okay.
Well, I agree with her.
You would agree with her. Okay, what about you?
Maybe more on the C.
It would be towards the positive thing.
Yes.
The C,
It's middle.
middle.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be a D, a fail.
I would give it a C.
Okay. What about you?
The same.
The same.
Yeah, the same. So C, borderline, but C.
Borderline but C.
I would also agree that it is a passing one. Some criteria have been met, but definitely not D.
Okay, good. You think?
Passing, B.
Passing B. Okay, good. Okay, now my idea here in this class is to give you a tool, okay? A marking scheme for B2, C1 and C2, okay? You will get all these tools via the email. It is going to be in an Excel profile, okay? And I will give you these things that I have here. Yes? Okay, I would like you to sit together, okay, in pairs. Okay? You sit together. I will give you another one. Okay, here. And here you have this one and this one. Okay? And I will go through the marks together, all together. And you will decide which marks you would give. A 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Okay? Each by each. Okay? So the first one, I'm talking to you about number 1. One here, 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 and here. Okay? Number 1. This one, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? You see, I'm telling you only this. This one, this one, this one, this one. Okay? And you decide which you would give. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? This is just number 1.
The bolded one.
Number 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so give it a number. Give it. Yes. So give it a number like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You mark it, you will receive something. Let's mark this one. Okay? So is it fully achieved the desired effect, achieved the desired effect on the for the target reader, and on the whole achieves it? So this is not a clear-cut thing. This is kind of personal decision. But sometimes you don't even have this one. Okay? So this is even help you where to think about. That's what we think in speaking. I'm a speaking examiner at Cambridge, and I am a team leader of examiners. So I train examiners to be examiners in the future. Okay? So we also teach them to learn how to mark them. And because, you know, if we mark them here, like 4, it will be 4 in Kuala Lumpur. Everywhere. So which means when we give the marks, the whole thing, I can be only 1 mark off. If I'm more than 1 mark off, I'm out. Okay? So this is very, very restricted. Okay? So you just give them the mark and see later what happened about it. So give mark of number 1. Okay? Did you do that? Let's go further. Number 2. All the content points required in the task are adequately included, or all the contact points required in the task are adequately included, and all the candidate points required in the task are included. Okay? So this about number 2. This is number 2. Number 2, number 2, number 2, 2, 2. Okay? So number 2 here, here, here. Okay? So just get the 2's, yes. Okay. Just give it a mark. Give it a mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Give it a mark. What did you decide? 3,
So
4,
we are marking
5?
these, the first two now.
Okay. No.
No, we have already discussed this.
Now you
first
mark
one, this
2,
one.
2, 2, 2,
Mark them
2.
with what mark?
5, 4, 3,
This
2,
is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first one you gave this mark, this mark, this mark, this mark. Now you go for about 2. 2 is this one,
All the content.
this one, this one, this one. Now we are going to about 3. So give this mark. Okay? Give it? Where are you? Both. Both are around 3. Okay? Good? Okay? Can we go on? Yes? About the third mark, ideas organized effectively. Ideas are clearly organized. Ideas organized adequately, or ideas are inadequately organized. What do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super. Okay?
We haven't put any mark yet.
We have a problem.
Okay.
Probably something about the intelligence. Give me an example. We are supposed to mark these with what grades, from 1 to 5? Or
For example, you give, let's say, here, and give here, and give here. So you gave 5, 4, 3 about the first 3 questions. So you choose whether this one, or this one. Okay? So you compare fully
achieved.
Achieved
The desired.
design effect. On the whole, it achieved. Where would you give it? Would you give 5, 4, 3?
Yeah, okay.
What did you decide?
For the first one,
The first one. You would give a 5.
no, I would give 4.
I would go 4. Okay, that's right. What about number 2? All the content
Ideas,
points?
so we are looking at this. Ideas are clearly organized, all right? No, this one.
Number 2.
All of the content.
All the content points are.
required in the task are adequately included.
All the contents required adequately, or all the contents required are there. So what did you decide about?
Okay, well, let's say we decide this one.
This one. Okay? So this one. You give one here, and you gave one here. What about the third one?
You don't put a mark. You just.
So we
You just put a mark,
it with a
because I
sign,
know
with-
this is a 4.
Not with a,
I know this is 3.
numerically marked,
This
but-
is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Okay?
Okay.
We are number 3. We are number 3 now.
Ideas organized effectively.
That's right.
So let's see how we can mark these ideas.
Okay? Have you done it? Yes? Good.
We continue.
Yes, okay, good. The next one, the 4th level, linkers. Linkers. Okay? So use a variety of linking devices, use of suitable linkers, or use a simple linkers. Simple means and, but, because. Let's say that one. Okay?
I mean, it has two paragraphs.
Linkers.
We did them.
Linkers.
No, we understand now.
Okay, good. Thank you. Brilliant.
Yeah, this one.
Yes. Okay. You don't have to be always about 3. It could be something about 4, up and down, up and down. Okay. Okay, can we go on? Can we go on? Yes? Okay. The next one. 5. You say wide range of structure. Good range of structure. Adequate range of structure. Limited range of structure. That's fail. Okay? What would you do? This is FC, remember. FC. What do you think?
I think it's limited.
Okay, okay, good. Good.
Somewhere between this.
Okay. Yes, 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 good, good, good. Good, good. Where are you? Where are you?
We did it.
Uh-huh.
Number 6, number 7.
Uh-huh. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, can we go on? Thank you. Wide range of vocabulary. Good range of vocabulary. Adequate range of vocabulary. Or limited range of vocabulary. What would you give it? 5, 4, 3, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? You found it? Good. Go further. 7. Okay? Language well developed, and any errors that do occur are minimal. And perhaps due to ambitious attempts at more complex language. So which means there are mistakes, but no misunderstanding. Look at number 2. Errors distract the reader and may obscure communication. If this doesn't, then there is no 2. It should be a 3, at least. Okay? When you don't have communication, when you have a breakdown, then it's a 2. If you don't, then you have a 3. Okay? Did you catch it?
Yes, yes.
Good. Thank you. Fine. Okay, and the next level. We are talking about register, whether it is formal or informal. What do you expect here in this task?
Formal,
Informal or formal? Formal.
because it's an essay, it's a writing task.
Semi-formal.
Okay, but what is the topic here?
Semi-formal.
It would be a semi. I would say a semi here because it's not like highly standard.
But this still looks like a comment on a blog.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you think. So this is register consistently appropriate. So which means you don't have didn't, wasn't, weren't, no contractions. First of all, that's important. Register on the whole appropriate to the purpose, or a reasonable, if not always successful. Sometimes there was a think, go up and down. It's a 3. Okay? Think about it. Okay? And we come to the last mark. That's band 9. And it's format. Okay? Format consistently appropriate to the purpose of the task. Format on the whole appropriate to the purpose, and reasonable, if not always successful, attempt of that one. Okay? Or attempts at appropriate format are unsuccessful or inconsistent. Okay? So, add up all the marks. Add them up. Add them up, add them up. Do you have your telephone with you? Can you calculate on it? Please. Then you have this number that you got, divide by 45. Because the maximum number of points, you can get 45 points. Okay? You get? 51%. Just put 51%. 53%. Good. You?
The same.
The same, yeah, okay. You are? 51%. 51? You're where there? Okay? So 60 is a passing mark. Okay? So if I will open it up, this kind of thing. I have my Excel. And I will tell you okay. I will tell you how it calculates in Excel in a moment. Yes. Okay, could you tell me your number, the total number? 23 of marks? 23, okay. Just a moment. I'll give you 23. Yes, it's 51%, yes. That's the Excel. You have also about 51, 52. You have more?
25.
You have 25. 25. 56%. 29. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho. I have to congratulate to my colleague. It's a 3. Okay? I show you. This is the official mark he got. This is the official mark, so which means content is 4. Okay? All the others are 3. So this machine, this tool that you have here is different in Cambridge. Different completely. Because this is more complicated than this one. If you say that adequately, less adequately, inadequately, you can judge it very easily. Okay? And originally that I gave him called John Doe. These are the marks. Okay. This is the final. So, ladies and gentlemen, and a gentleman, sorry. So tell me, what is your marking going on? Like strict or lenient? I would say that that was lenient over there and that was good. You're strict, okay? So what do you think that you mixed it? You see here you have 4s and 3s. I don't have any 2s. No 2s at all. We are trying to catch grammar mistakes. Grammar mistakes are not a problem if you carry the information and if I understand what you want to say. If I misunderstand, then you go into 2 immediately. If you don't, then don't be strict about grammar. Okay? So where did you, what for example, your marks about 23, and you have like a bit higher. So where are you different? Let's say, what do you differ?
For example, this one was not quite clear to us. Number 3, for the statement, use of simple linking devices was one option, and the other was limited. Linking devices rarely used. We first opted for the 3, and then went down to 2 because there is a very unclear difference between rarely and simple and use of simple linking devices.
When you have simple devices, if you have and, but, because, so that's a PET level. That's a PET level immediately if you have that kind of. If you have something different, like for example, if you connect the whole thing with for example, with a gerund in the beginning of the sentence, like a subject, okay? So that's also a linker in that case of that. So that's a very higher standard than the rest, okay? So what was the mark that I gave you here? I gave 3 or 4?
You gave 3.
I gave a 3, okay?
You gave 2 because it was unclear whether it is limited use or simple linkers.
The other thing, if you look at linkers, if you don't have them at all, you realize that this is just a list of sentences. And list of sentences is not still a composition. Okay, so if this is a list of sentences, then you don't recognize it, and that means that you need some linkers somehow when a reader reader reads it, you understand what is going on. So it is not just jumping from this topic to the other. Okay? So you mark them as 2?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But we.
Because you didn't recognize that one.
No, because we didn't want to be too lenient, you know, because you can judge it in both ways, depending on which point of view you take.
Okay, there you have a kind of more positive thinking. So why do you, what kind of marks did you have?
We actually made, as we can say, made mistakes only with these 2 items.
The
We
first
put,
one?
for example, you put, actually their mark is all the content points required in the task are adequately included, and we put just included. You see, we gave 3
Uh-huh.
instead of their 4. So,
Uh-huh.
and 1 more, the next item as
Uh-huh.
well. But all other marks are the same as theirs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So this
Okay.
is where we actually made a mistake.
So, but you are still in the mark.
Yes, we are.
Okay? So if you are within the C, that's good. Because you don't have to have a point like that. Okay? But definitely, even if you have a 2, even if you have a T2, for example, for linkers in this case, if the other marks are higher, it pulls it out. It pulls it out. And anything above 60% is a C. Okay? Or sometimes if you have the mistakes are let's say, low, and you have the organization 4 is dragging it out. Okay? So that means, for example, if you give the marks here, don't strict by 1 mark, all the mark about 3, all the mark about 4. It could be 5, 4, 3, 3 here, 3 about, let's say, linkers. But you can be 5 in organization. You can be a variety of constructions because they experimented. They wanted to try these structures or that structures. They might be mistake, but there was a try, and you should reward it in a way. Okay, so that's the idea about it. The idea is you're going to get this formula, and you just put the numbers in. You put the numbers in, and the whole thing calculates itself. You don't have to, and you just print it and give it to the guy. Or to the lady, sorry. And you give them, and for example, I gave here a comment which is the same comment as you have on the board. Okay, so that's Cambridge comment, not mine. Okay, Cambridge comment. And it doesn't mean that you always have to have a comment that you would give. If you give a mark and the person goes through it and sees, okay, my vocabularies are 3. How can I get better? And they say, read it. What do you need to get 4? Adequate. What is adequate and limited? And they can define it for themselves, how they go up. Okay? So it's not only helping you, it's teaching the person, teaching the guys, teaching them, like for example, if they talk about everything in past or present or something, and no experiments about any construction service structures, then you say, why do I have only? Because there is no mistakes. But no mistakes doesn't mean that you took the safe side of the street. Try to experiment. Try to do this. Try to do that. If you make a mistake, next time you won't make a mistake. That's okay, because you have to reward it in case they are trying to do so. And you will get, in this program, you will get a C1 level with a C1 description and with C2 descriptions that you have as well. And you just have Excel, do the numbers. Of course, if I give you on the number, let's say the 4th mark, I give you a 4, I can't give a 5 as well. So all the numbers have to be applied. Okay, that's the condition about it. How much do you think that this could help you? A lot. In what way?
Maybe firstly not to be so strict.
Okay.
Maybe to look on the positive side. Not always grammar. We always, I don't know,
To standardize the assessment.
And first of all, we are the slaves of grammar.
yes, we are.
Just get it rid of. Yeah, get it rid of it. And if you have, for example, essay, and you have a sentence, the first sentence, the lead in, if you read it, and this is a sentence, wow, a sentence that it wants to read it, to go through it, okay, then this is kind of an imaginative person. Reward her in a way, because of course the readers, what it happens in England, what is happening, so all the essays are coming to England, and they give it to, I don't know, 500 examiners. They give everybody a mark, but not public. Then everything, it goes to a different examiner. They give mark. Then they check. If the marks are the same, then it stays. If the marks are different, then there is the big judge saying and checking, and he gives the number. Okay? So it is fair. I must say fair. So we have to be fair in this case. And if we are very strict, if we are, let's say, about everything that they do, is we are judging them, you mustn't do this, you mustn't do that. So then they wouldn't do next time. And when you give them this as a mark, not only, for example, when you do just the piece of reading, the writing, and you take a red pen, underline, tick off, sometimes change the color. Change the color, and sometimes I personally, I always think that the composition is a piece of work, and I don't want to attack it. And I don't write anything into the text. I use the margin. And I say, in this line you have a spelling. And I just say SP over there. You find it. You find it. I don't want to tell everything. You have to learn something as well. Okay? So don't attack the text. The text is individual, so it's somebody's child. So leave it like that. Okay?
How are spelling mistakes treated?
Sorry?
How are spelling mistakes treated?
Spelling in this case, you don't have any. In general, I would say, for example, if I have over there, they say the mistakes here, and if I have a misunderstanding.
Like break, for example.
Yes, for example, if I get a break instead of broke, then it's a grammar mistake. But if there is a spelling in that case and I misunderstand the word, then my spelling goes into two. Not spelling, but the mistakes are go into two. Because
so you can understand it regardless of
if you not understand it,
usually with single L.
yes, you say there is an SP, but you don't get it. You don't get it like very, very drastic. Do you have any questions? Thank you very much.
So we pretend
No, you just keep them. Keep them. So Mattia is going to send you all this, okay? And you have the marks and the empty kind of things. You will get them, and you can use it at school. Okay, good. Thank you. You see, the whole thing started with an empty hand.
And a tag.
Yes. Okay, good. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Unusual request, but can I take a selfie with you? Because I want to have.
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. Because I have shake hands, I have to take multiple pictures. You look really nice. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
thank you,
This was
thank
very
you.
useful.
Thank you.